All right, so closing tips to make this project successful. And I'm just gonna go down the line. I do have my notes here. But the very first thing, give yourself time. I was able to make 8 of these in about 2 months. And even that felt like not enough time. Now, if you're just making this for you or you're making 2 or 3 for a small group, you probably don't need 2 months, but it helps to have it. If you're making it for 8 or more and it's just you, go on ahead and give yourself maybe 3, 3.5, 4, doesn't hurt. If it's you and another person, then 2 probably would work out just fine. Either way, moral of the story is give yourself the time. Use glue instead of hot fix. So I ordered the bulk hot fix rhinestones from Beadslands right there on Amazon. The only reason why I ordered that bag is because I was able to get it fast. I was able to return it. With Amazon, things are just a little easier. So I went ahead and ordered it whether or not I was going to use the hot fix element of it. Now the hot fix did come in handy when I would run out of glue and have to hot fix in the meantime while I'm waiting for the next batch of glue to come in. But gluing is just so much faster. With hot fix, you have to set it and then take the wand, wait, doesn't move, take the wand, wait again, take the wand, wait. It just makes the process 10 times longer. Now, what I will say is hot fix is a little neater and cleaner, and it worked very well on that fabric too. So I did like how strong the hot fix glue was on the Beadsland rhinestones. But for the sake of time, I just went ahead and used B7000 glue, which is gonna be my next tip. I don't even bother with E6000 anymore. It's just hard to control. Actually both of them smell really bad. So I don't think either one really wins in that category, but B7000, I found that it was easier to control, and it has a nice thin tip at the top. So it already comes like that, and it's just simple, and I like it. What I will say though is if you're making 8 of these, you are going to need, you know what, let me just give you the specs. So for 8 costumes, it took 2.5 bags of rhinestones for each color. So that was 2.5 bags of crystal rhinestones and 2.5 bags of crystal AB rhinestones. So that's 6 bulk bags total. Yes, 6 bulk bags of 14,400 rhinestones from Beadsland, and then the glue, y'all. It took so much glue. Now, it probably took me a while to get a handle on how to use the glue effectively and how to not, because this glue still runs. So when you leave the cap open, it still kind of pours out, kind of like E6000, just not as much. All in all, it took 12 bottles of glue. 12 3-ounce bottles of glue. So just plan accordingly. Now, when you're ordering these from Shein, definitely make sure that you have enough time. Sometimes Shein takes forever to deliver. Other times they're really quick about it. So this was one of those instances where I actually did receive the costumes pretty quick. They weren't costumes yet, but I did receive the swimsuits and the skirts fairly quick. I think I got them within a week or 2, and that allowed for a fast turnaround time, but you just never know. So order early, which is why I say start early, which is why I said earlier, give yourself time. So that's another small tip, is to order early, especially if you know the dates of a performance and you know, okay, this performance is next summer, or this performance is this date. If you know the dates already and you already have an idea of what you want to do, start early. So the next tip I have is the padding. The swimsuits do come with padding, but we all know it's the padding in the bra area that just doesn't do any justice. Wow, you can't really see this with the lights. This is a practice one, by the way. Oh yeah, so when you're ordering these, always order a practice one just in case. Like an extra one just so you can try it on, so you can move around in it. Especially if you're a dancer yourself, you'll be able to know and feel what kind of things may or may not be an issue. And I did find a couple things, which is why I was able to, give you guys these tips and tricks at the end. But yeah, these came with these, and they do absolutely nothing. In fact, they're very noticeable when they're in the suit, and they're just there, and they don't look right at all. So I went ahead and took these out. I gave the ladies some suggestions as far as different types of self-adhesive bras they could use that honestly looked way better. But with the hole that we used to put these inserts in, I went ahead and sewed it up. So if you look on this side, you can tell that the hole is a little see-through, like that. And when the costume is on, I think I have a video I can show you real quick. When the costume is on, that's all you can see, and it looks like one big hole is in the costume, even though it's not. It's on the inside. So this is the hole. And then I just took it like so, and I sewed it up like that. Sewed it up right along that edge right there. Yeah, and that took care of it just like that. Another reason why I went ahead and ordered a practice one too was so that I can see really what type of pattern worked best when it came to the rhinestones. I did have one where it was just the crystal rhinestones on the bottom, and just to see what it would look like on the bottom. And I just didn't like just the crystal rhinestones by themselves. They just looked like they were there. I'm like, no, they need a little more pop, which is what the AB rhinestones do. And then I tried the AB rhinestones separate, and it looked all right, but I just didn't care for it. You know, it just didn't give the va-va-voom of, maybe I should turn a light off. Okay, yeah, that kind of worked. It just didn't give the va-va-voom that I was hoping for when it came to the glitz and glam of it all. And I think I said that in the video too. Like, I was just really wanting non-stop sparkles, non-stop sparkles, non-stop glitz. I just wanted these things to just like not just glitter every second. So also too, this did contribute to some of the rhinestones going down. But either way, still get 3 bags, y'all, especially if you're doing 8 of these. What else? Oh, yes, another thing I want to show you. One thing I noticed is that this strap was coming undone easily. I could have just been sitting down and I slightly move and this thing came out. As a matter of fact, I think if oh, now it doesn't want to do it. Maybe this one, also these were sewn very, hold on. These little things right here, some of them were sewn tighter than others, and that's how they came. And so, yeah, some of them would slip out while others of them would be very tight and wouldn't move at all. This one's a good happy medium. This one looks like it was done pretty well. But because of that, what I did was I went ahead and fastened this hook and I sewed around it like so. I sewed through this piece right here and then sewed, I think I have another one I can show you because I actually have an extra one. Because yeah, I made 8, but we only used 7. So, but I sewed through here and around this part. So through and around to kind of do like this type of effect so that it wouldn't move. And what I did was I let the ladies know, hey, this is fastened on purpose. This is fastened on purpose. Please don't undo it, because if you do, then there's a chance that while you're moving, the strap will come undone. And I just didn't want to take that risk with anyone, so everyone's got sewed down. This was the final result. This, honestly, what takes the most time is rhinestoning. So that's why I say give yourself, you know, a good 3 months, 4 months, especially if you're making 8 of these, because rhinestoning does take a lot of time, especially if you're doing this by hand. Again, if you have 2 people, it goes by a little quicker. But it does get a little heavy. This alone will make the costume heavy, but it's so pretty. It's so pretty. But the other thing I wanted to show you was the little wit. I call it a little wit that I put in the back. And that was to kind of just camouflage the little raw edge, the little edge that sticks out. It doesn't look bad if you leave it there like that, but it was just something about leaving it there I didn't like. So I just went ahead and put this on it and called it a day. Can you see it? But yeah, I just went ahead and put that on there. Oh, there you go. I just went ahead and put that there, and it took care of it. And it kind of looks like a flower. It kind of looks, well, it does not look like a flower. It looks like some type of ruffle or something. It's honestly just there. So cover that section with whatever you want. You could do a flower, you could do a bow. I don't know, get creative. You can do more ruffles, more spirals. I don't know what made me come up with this. I think I was just short on time and I needed to put something there. So I was like, let me just make something real quick, and bada bing, bada boom, it was that. So yeah, y'all. Those are my tips and tricks. I'm trying to think, did I miss anything else? Tips and tricks. Oh, wait, sew down the hook of the strap. Don't iron this. Don't iron this. I liked the wax pencils way better. You know those little rhinestoning, the ones that are fancy? That was not worth it. This one, I'm gonna put a picture of it. This one wasn't also, in my opinion, it wasn't worth it either. The best tool that ended up working and lasted me the longest were these wax pencils right here. Oh, and then last but not least, we went through all this work. We might as well, now obviously this is optional, but at this point, these are art pieces, so we might as well put them, oh, let me turn the light back on. Yeah. We might as well put them in garment bags. Like, don't, y'all, even if you're just making a costume that has nothing to do with this one, even if you're making a different costume for whatever reason, you spent all this time making that costume, go on ahead and put it in a garment bag. It deserves a garment bag. You deserve a garment bag. That's just how I feel. Put it in a garment bag, all right? Garment bag. And because this one does end up being a little bit on the heavier side, I went with wooden hangers this time. But again, optional. You don't need to get those items, but it's nice. I mean, at minimum, get the garment bag because you then put in all this work. Also, I did show you this tutorial using the white swimsuit and the white skirt, but this swimsuit comes in red and green and an interesting pattern as well. Yeah. So you have options. You don't have to make it in white. Now, I know I mentioned crystals earlier, and I bought mine from Amazon, from Beadsland, and I did the bulk, honestly, because like I mentioned, they were quick, they were easy, but there are other places you can get bulk crystals too. I know Blingy Thingy on Etsy. I've ordered from her before in the past just for a personal project, and I had a good experience. I thought the crystals were quality. You can also order, Amazon has the one called Jolin. They don't come in bulk, but they are quality crystals. When I say quality, I'm talking about glass crystals. You want the glass ones. If you don't know too much about crystals, you have your acrylic crystals, you have resin, you have glass, and then you also have your top tier, which is Swarovski, you have Preciosa. But if you want something that's still quality and still gives the effect closely to those crystals, then you can get glass crystals, and that's what I went with, and they were still reasonably priced. And then of course you can still use the resin and acrylic. Use what works for you. I would recommend spot clean. Again, do not machine wash. Do not, if you're gonna hand wash gently. Spot clean, but no ironing, no machine wash, no dry clean. Oh, the thing that I'm rhinestoning on in the video, it looks like a pink, oh, you know, I can show you. The thing that I'm rhinestoning on in the video is my old photography backdrop that I used to use. I used this on some of my videos too, but after a while I didn't like it anymore. But it's a photography backdrop, and the fabric, it was perfect for rhinestoning, because when I rhinestoned on top of this, the glue would seep through the fabric and then it would end up sticking on this. So imagine if you're rhinestoning and you're just rhinestoning on a regular table or something, that could potentially just stick to your table and now you're having a hard time pulling it off. Well, this helped because of the material. I was able to easily just peel it off slowly and surely. So I can link this down in the description below as well. You don't have to get this, it just became very helpful. But yeah, or if you have some type of fabric laying around the house, or you know what, like a shower curtain, you can get a quick one from Dollar Tree or somewhere. It's that type of fabric, like a shower curtain type of fabric. So yeah, that's a good one you can rhinestone on as well, and you just pull it off. But aside from that, I think that's all my tips that I have. That's it, that's all I have. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new. I hope you're able to do this project. If you have any questions, feel free to drop down in the comments below. But aside from that, Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting this channel, and I will see you on the next one. Until then, nos vemos. Ciao.